Hey everyone, it's Emma here from EMMATALKSTEETH. I'm here today because I've been asked a whole range of questions over the last couple of months about what an oral health therapist is, what the course is like, what my everyday is like, tips and tricks for interviews and what to look for in jobs. So I thought I would outline it all in a couple of videos for you all. So today I'm starting with university advice. So stay tuned for the rest of my videos and thanks for watching. So first question is sort of a amalgamation of a few because there are a few similar questions. But this one is tips for anyone who has low self-confidence doing cleanings and afraid to hurt patients. Recent grads, to be confident about procedures. So repetition is key. I can't stress that enough. I was guilty of it through uni, just being a little bit more anxious about dental procedures and shying away from them. My advice is don't do that. If I could turn back time, that's probably one of the biggest things that I would change, is not shy away from those more advanced perio cases or the pulpotomies or the larger fillings. Because you want to be as confident as possible when you graduate. There are so many things that you learn on the job. You want to be confident with the basics and, all those competencies and treatments you will be getting at university. You need to jump on that. Don't be worried if you feel like you're going to take forever or your demonstrators are going to get annoyed. They're there to help you. They're there to hold your hand when you need it. So repetition is key, and don't be afraid to ask for help and jump at doing all the procedures. Next question. So how did you find the course? Is it full on or manageable? So the course is pretty full on, but it's a manageable full on. You just need to know your study style and how you best study. First year there were 25 contact hours, and that's pretty much the same for the rest of the course. You've got to factor in all the theoretical stuff. You've got to factor in practicing in pre-clinic on your mannequin heads, and then of course seeing patients. So there's a lot to fit in within a couple of months before you actually see patients. But just know how you study and be really intentional about how you spend your time. I can't stress that enough. Set goals for yourself. I find setting timers for myself is really helpful. I still do it to this day. Say I'm going to sit down and prepare content for you guys. I will set a 1 hour timer and I will push myself to be as productive as I can in that 60 minutes. So find your best study style and you will thrive. Is it worth getting loupes while you're studying? Yes, absolutely yes. I wish that I did. They were just way too expensive at the time. If you are looking for affordable loupes, check out Smart Loupes. They're based in Australia and they create affordable loupes. Really, really great for students who just, not everyone has $2,000 to $4,000 to spend on loupes, and I wish they were around when I was studying, so go check them out. Okay, so Adrika asks, how to form connections in the dental world as a student that benefit for future job hunting. So my top tips for this would be to get to know your demonstrators, make connections with everyone you meet, whether they be your lecturers, visiting lecturers, dental reps who come, go to CPDs. A lot of CPD courses in universities actually have student discounts to encourage you guys to go. So go to those and you meet so many clinicians, so many people within the industry that you can make connections with. Leave a good impression everywhere you go is a really big one. I can't stress enough how small the dental industry is. And when I say small, I mean tiny, in that I can honestly say with everyone that I've met before, I have either known someone that they've worked with or vice versa, whether it be a DA, OHT, a dentist. So make good impressions and don't sour relationships if you can. I'm going to do another video about this because I think there are specific points that I really want to touch on, so keep an eye out for that video. Joanna asks, hi Joanna, do you think that graduating from Uni Melb has helped boost your employability? Now, I'm not gonna lie, the course is, I'm a bit biased here, but probably one of the best in Australia. The breadth and depth of how many clinical placements you usually get, unfortunately obviously not now due to COVID, but the types of placements you get, the types of clinicians, the lecturers, your demonstrators are all leaders in their field. So this is, you know, highly sought after when you do start applying for jobs, and they, you know, employers can be, you know, fairly confident that you've had a vast array of experience through the course. But in saying this, this isn't the be all and end all. A well-rounded clinician is much, much more than where you've graduated from. So there are many other traits that employers are looking for when they hire new grads, especially. One of the big things that I would say is they want to know that you are level-headed. So it is, you know, very stressful, the work that we do sometimes, and as a new grad, you do know that there is a lot to learn and that there is so much more that you're going to learn on the job on top of what you've already learned at uni. So they want to know that you can cope with A, patients, B, treatment planning, C, the stresses of everyday life, and D, that you understand this, that you're willing to take on advice and feedback when necessary. So there are many other things that they're looking for, and I will touch base in another video about this as well, and I'll give you guys a few tips and things that I think that employers are looking for as well. And the last question, I've been asked a few times about tips for exam preparation. Nee asked about that. How did I manage all the bio content, especially in first year? That's from Rhiannon. What worked for me was creating little quizzes. I find they really help. Repetition was the big one for me. I'm not the person that can study 2 days before an exam and pass with flying colours. That wasn't me. It was continued repetition. Acronyms, a fun fact. This is one of the many ways that world memory champions remember huge amounts of data. So acronyms work really well. Listening to music without lyrics. I used to find that I would be studying through uni listening to music, and I'd be thinking about the cranial nerves, and all of a sudden I'm singing along with the music that I'm listening to. So listen to study beats. There are really good playlists on Spotify. And have a study buddy. Study buddies really help. You can ask each other questions, quiz each other, and help keep each other focused. So those are all my questions in terms of university. Stay tuned for my job advice video and my bonus videos as well. So I hope that helped somebody out there. As always, if you've got any other questions, please do let me know. Thanks for watching. Hi everyone, it's Emma here.